pupils, parents, and guardians. Let me start by thanking you for being a part of all our remote learning platforms, particularly our television program, The Classroom in Your Home. Each feedback has been awesome. Good job, you. Our teachers have been working assiduously to bridge the learning loss during this critical period. Therefore, I am pleased to inform you that the Classroom in Your Home has been extended to accommodate the lower primary classes and a dedicated lesson to cater for our special needs pupils in line with our mandate of providing an all-inclusive and quality basic education in our dear state. This program is fully sponsored by the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, and supported by the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board under the COVID-19 Blended Learning Intervention Initiative. Please encourage your wards to tune in and take every advantage of this laudable program. Also remember, this pandemic is not over. Let us continue to abide by all health and safety guidelines as stipulated by the government. At LASUBEB, we are determined to leave no child behind in our quest to improve the standard of basic education in our state. Thank you.
Learning is fun, I will love to do it. Learning is fun, I will say la la. Learning is fun, we will love to do it. Learning is fun, I will say la la. Oh yes, children, learning is fun. We will be learning, we will be having fun on this program. Well, our thanks goes to our sponsor, Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, through Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, LASUBEB, for this timely program called The Classroom in Your Home. For lower primary classes, truly no child is left behind. You want to know my name? I am Auntie Lola, and I'll be taking you through English studies, which I call communication class. Well, you're wondering if I'm here alone? No. With me, I have a beautiful mathematics teacher, Auntie Tinu.
Hello, pupils.
And I have already general studies teacher, Uncle Sheyi.
Hello, wonderful pupils.
And together we bring you the classroom in your home. Please stay tuned. Hello, pupils. My name is Auntie Lola. What is your name? Sheyi? Ibrahim? Wow, you're welcome to today's program. And today we'll be looking at a very interesting topic. What is that? Myself. But before we go into that topic, let's get a correction to our previous homework. Now you were asked to underline the possessive pronouns in the following sentences. Okay, so what is the answer? Number one. The bag is yours. The possessive pronoun is what? Is yours. Okay? Number two, the car is theirs. The possessive pronoun is theirs. The cloth is mine. The possessive pronoun, mine. The uniform is hers. The possessive pronoun is what? Is ours. The fifth one, the shoe is his. What did you choose for the answer? Is what? Is. You get all correctly? Wow. Let's take this Energizer song together. You ready? The wheel on the bus goes round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus goes round and round, all through the town. Are you dancing like me? Boom, boom, boom. The second, the window on the bus goes up and down, up and down, up and down. The windows on the bus goes up and down, all through the town. So interesting, right? Good. Now we move to today's topic, which is what? Myself. But what is the learning objective? By the end of the lesson, you should be able to introduce yourself. The second, write at least 6 things about yourself. Okay. Now when we're introducing ourselves, what are the things we should be looking at? And so when you're talking about yourself, There are a lot of information you need to give. There are a lot to say, and there are a lot to write. With me today, I have my friend with me. You want to meet my friend? Yeah. You're familiar with that picture, right? That is my friend for today. Now, my friend wants to introduce himself. Let's see how my friend is going to introduce. My name is Simba. I live at Pride Rock. My father's name is Mufasa. He is the king of Pride Rock. My best friend name is Nala. You know Nala? That is my best friend. Wow. So interesting. Thank you, friend. Thanks for introducing yourself. So that is that about my friend, which is an animal. But now we want to introduce ourselves. We want to talk about ourselves. What are the things we need to write or we need to say when introducing ourselves? Now, the first thing we need to say when we meet someone for the first time or we are asked to introduce ourselves is what? Name. You need to say your name first. Because through your name, we can call you. The second thing you can say is your age. How old are you? The third one is where you live. Where do you stay? The school you're attending presently, which school is that? You need to say that also. Your class, primary 1, primary 2, primary 3, you need to mention your class. Okay? You can also mention your father's occupation. If he's an engineer, if he's a banker, if he's a doctor, you need to also mention that. What about your mother? Your mother's occupation. Is she a trader? Is she also working in a bank or somewhere else? You can also talk about that. Okay, your favorite color. It could be pink, it could be blue, it could be green, it could be yellow, whichever color, it's fine. So far you love that color the most. That is your favorite color. You need to mention that. What about your best food? The food you love eating the most, when they give it to you readily, you're ready to consume it. What is that food? Thing you can say about yourself, your hobbies. Things you love doing. What are those things? You love playing, you love reading, you love talking. They all fall under hobbies. Another thing you can also talk about, your best friend's name. A friend you are so close to and you share things with, you can't do without that friend. In a day, your best friend's name. Well, another thing you can also talk about is what you would like to become in future. You want to become a doctor, you want to become a lawyer. Wow! You want to become a teacher like me? So beautiful. Of course, it's a good profession. Now, all those things we've listed are things you can mention when you are talking about yourself. Okay, my turn. I have some information on the board I would love you to see. Let's check it together. My name is Lola. I am 7 years old. I live at Ikorodu. I attend Ayongbore Primary School. I am in primary 2. My dad is an engineer. My mom is a businesswoman. I am the last child in a family of 6. My best color is purple. My best food is plantain and egg. So delicious. My best friend's name is Esther. And I'm proud of her because she's intelligent. What is your own choice of choosing friend? Mine is because she's intelligent. Now, these are a few things about myself. I would love to be a teacher when I grow up. When I grow up, I would love to be a teacher. Now it is your turn. I'm sure it should be simple by now. Write down 6 things about yourself. Warren, my name is, put your name. I am dash years old. I live at Put your house address into it. 4. I attend dash primary school. 5. I am in primary. Put your class into the blank space. 6. My best food is dash. You have 1 minute to do that, and your time starts now. Eyes on me. You've been able to answer the 6 questions. Good job, you. Now your answer sure would vary. My name is, did you put your name? Good. I am dash years old. Did you put your age? 6, 7. Where you live, did you put that? The name of your school, your class, and your best food. You did that? Good job, you. Now, your assignment. Write 10 things about yourself. We move to the next segment, which is Can Fix It. Okay, in this lesson, what do we have today? I know I can. Say that, children. I know I can. I know I can. I can do what? You can do what? Okay. Say after me. I can't control anyone else. I can't control anyone else. But I can control myself. Okay? I can control my thoughts. I can control my words. Are you repeating after me? Good. I can control my choices. Okay? I can control my actions. I can control my reactions. I can control my future. Oh, yes. What goes into your heart, you can control. The words that come from your mouth, you can't control. The choices you make in life, you can't control, children. Your actions to things, oh yes, you can control. Your reactions, your future, you can't control them. Oh yes, children, you can control a lot of things about yourself. And do not forget, the more you control yourself, the better you will be. You are unique, and I'm so proud of you. We've come to the end of today's lesson. I am sure you enjoyed every bit of the lesson. We move to another beautiful segment, Mathematics class. Auntie Tinu.
Welcome to another mathematics class with Auntie Tinu. When I say mathematics time, you say fun time. Mathematics time, fun time. And today's mathematics class promises to be fun like always. Today, I will be teaching you time. Say time with me. Time. But first of all, our homework correction. Let's take the corrections to the previous homework. Number 1, how many 25 kobo do we have in 1 naira? How many 25 kobo do we have in 1 naira? Remember from previous lesson, I told you 1 naira is equals to 100 kobo. Are you with me? 1 naira is equal to 100 kobo. Now, how many 25 kobo can I get in 1 naira? That will be 1 naira divided by 25 kobo. Are we together? Now let's see it. Ade has 25 kobo. Bola has 25 kobo. Bumi has 25 kobo. Sheyi also have 25 kobo. They all want to get a biscuit. If they add their 25 kobo together, how much will they have? That is 1 naira. So how many 25 kobo did we get in? Can we get in 1 naira? It's equals to 4. Remember, Bumi, Ade, Sheyi, the 4 of them added their 25 kobo together. Are we together? Say together we are. Thank you. How many 50 kobo do we have in 2 naira? How many 50 kobo do we have in 2 naira? Remember, 2 naira is equals to 200 kobo. Are we together? Say together we are. To get how many 50 kobo we have in 2 naira, we divide 200 kobo by 50, which will give us 4. So we have 450 kobo in 2 naira. How many 10 naira do we have in 100 naira? 100 naira divided by 10 naira, which give us 10 naira. I have 100 naira and I want to divide it. How much will each person get? That is 10 pupils. We get 13 naira. Are we together? Together we are. Good job, you. Now, how many 20 naira do we have in 200 naira? So simple. 200 naira divided by 20 will give us 10. Are we together? Say, together we are. Can you see? 25. How many 25 kobo do we have in 1 naira? 4. How many 50 kobo do we have in 2 naira? 4. How many 10 naira do we have in 100 naira? 10. How many 20 naira do we have in 200 naira? 10. Did you get the 4 sums correctly? If so, let's give ourselves a round of applause. Good job, you. Now, by the end of the lesson, you should be able to mention the importance of time. Identify hour, minute, and second hands on the clock. Read and tell an hour and half hour. Are you ready for today's class? Now, let's go. Time. Time is how long or short an event takes place. How long or short an event takes place. An event can be a birthday party. It can be you going to school. It can be your mother going to the market. It can be you going to church or you going to mosque. Going out or doing something is an event. So how long did you take to finish or complete that event? That is what we mean by time. That is what we mean by time. Are we together? Together we are. Now let's take the definition again. Time is how long or short an event takes place. Are we together? Thank you. Now, I have a little rhyme to teach you. Remember, at the end of the class, I will ask you to sing the rhyme with me. Now listen. Tick says the clock. Tick, tick. What you have to do quick. Are we together? Let me take it one more time. Tick said the clock. Tick, tick. What you have to do quick. I'll tell you how the clock always says tick as we go on in the lesson. Time can be measured in seconds. For instance, you can finish drinking water in seconds. In minutes, you can finish your assignment in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and so on. Time can be measured in hours. Like we have 24 hours in a day. Yes, we go to school for 8 hours in a day. You can watch TV. Mommy can give you TV time and tell you, watch TV for 2 hours, then go to sleep. We sleep for 6 hours. We are advised to sleep for 6 hours, for 8 hours. Are we together? Yes, time can also be measured in days. Like if you plant a crop, it takes days. It can take 10 days, 15 days, 5 days, and many more to germinate. Then time can also be measured in months. Time can be measured in years and so on. Are we together? Say together we are. Time is measured with the use of wall clock, with the use of watches. Like example, this is my watch. I'm sure mommy has a watch, daddy has a watch, and even you have a watch. All these help us to know the time spent on an event or the exact time an event occurred. For example, you want to watch TV, it's TV time, and mommy says you want to start watching TV by 12 o'clock, and she's giving you 2 hours to watch the TV. Mommy tells you it's 12 o'clock. I'm going to the market. Make sure when it's 2 o'clock, you stop watching TV. How will you know when it's 2 o'clock? You go back to the wall clock to check when it's 2 o'clock. Are we together? Are we together? Now it's 1 o'clock. You have one more hour to watch the TV. And now it's 2 o'clock. What time is it? It's siesta time. Are we together? Say together we are. Yes, this is a wall clock. Like I showed you before, this is a wall clock. This is another wall clock, a very fanciful one. These are wristwatches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 wristwatches. Yes. Then this is another wall clock. The red hand, you can see it's going. It's always moving, and that's the hand that always says tick, tick, tick. Like the rhyme I taught you at the beginning of the lesson. I told you there's a hand on the clock that says tick, tick, tick at every point in time. That is the seconds hand. You can see it. The red hand moving, it's always moving. It goes round and round and round and round throughout the day, throughout the weeks, throughout the years. That's how it moves. And the long hand is called the minute hand. The long hand, this long hand, you can see my arrow pointing to it, is called the minute hand. And the short hand is called the hour hand. Are we together? Say together we are. This is another clock. Like I told you, this hand is the seconds hand. This is the minute hand, and this is the hour hand. Can we all recognize the seconds, the minutes, and the hour hand now? Good job, you. The long hand is the minute hand. I've told you that before. While the short hand is the hour hand. The tiny hand that moves without stopping is the seconds hand. What did I tell you the seconds hand does? It keeps saying tick, 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 tick. So it moves throughout the day, throughout the months, throughout the years. It moves without stopping. Are we together? Say together we are. Understanding time. Understanding time. Remember, the long hand is the minute hand and the short hand is the seconds hand. So whenever the long hand points to 12 and the short hand points to any number, you call it o'clock. Everybody say that with me. Whenever the long hand points to 12 and the short hand points to any number on the clock, you call it o'clock. Are we together? Now my long hand is pointing to 12 and my short hand is pointing to 1. So what is the time now? 1 o'clock. Did you say 1 o'clock with me? Good job, you. Yes. Now, what is the time now? Did you say 8 o'clock? Let's give ourselves a round of applause. A round of applause. How did you get 8 o'clock? I said when the long hand points to 12 and the short hand points to any other number. Now my short hand is pointing to 8, so it's 8 o'clock. Bravo! You are wonderful pupils. Now the half past. Whenever the long hand on the clock points to 6 and the short hand points in between 2 numbers, you pick the smaller number and you call it half past. I'll take that again. Whenever the long hand on the clock points to 6 and the short hand is between 2 numbers on the clock, you call it half past the smaller number. Are we together? Now let me show you what I mean. My long hand is pointing to 6 and the short hand is between 1 and 2. Which number is smaller between 1 and 2? That is 1. So we say the time is 1:30 or 1:30. Are we together? Say together we are. Good. Now tell me, what time is it? Did I hear you say 2:30 or 2:30? Let's give ourselves a round of applause. A round of applause. You are brave pupils and I love you. Yes. How did we get 2:30? Our long hand is pointing to 6 and the short hand is between 2 and 3. Are we together? Say together we are. So the time is 2:30 or 2:30. Bravo. You are wonderful pupils. Now, let's take this rhyme.
What time is it? It's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it's 12 o'clock. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it's 12 o'clock. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. What time is it? It's 1:30, 2:33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 30. It's 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. What time is it?
Now do this. It's classwork time. It's assessment time. It's classwork time. Say assessment time. What time is it? Where is the long hand pointing to in number 1? And where is the short hand pointing to? Study where the long hand and the short hand points to in number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and tell the time correctly. Your time starts now. Welcome back. Were you able to tell the time correctly? I'm sure you were able to tell the time correctly. If you will get the 5 correctly, I will give you a fun dance. Let's go. Number 1, where is the long hand pointing to and where is the short hand pointing to? The long hand points to 12 to 12, and the shorthand points to 3. And I told you when the longhand points to 12 and the shorthand points to any other number, it's called o'clock. It's called what? O'clock. So now the longhand points to 12 and the shorthand points to 3, it's called 3 o'clock. The longhand points to 12 and the shorthand points to 10, it's 10 o'clock. The longhand points to 12 and the shorthand points to 6, it's what? 6 o'clock. The longhand points to 6 and the shorthand is in between 4 and 5, it's 4:30 or 4:30. The longhand points to 6 and the shorthand is between 11 and 12, it's 11:30 or 11:30. Are we together? Say together we are. 3 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 4:30, 11:30. Assignment time, homework time. Assignment time, homework time. Copy this homework to do in your leisure time, and we'll be treating it in our next lesson. Study carefully where the longhand is pointing to and where the shorthand is pointing to. You have 30 seconds to copy it down. Your time starts now. And that's it for today. Did you enjoy today's mathematics class like I promised? I'm sure you did. Expect a more interesting time with Uncle Sheyi in our general studies class. Till I come your way next lesson, it's Auntie Tinu saying bye-bye for now.
Hello, pupils. You are welcome to another exciting segment of the program, the classroom in your home. This is General Studies class, and I'm your teacher, Uncle Sheyi. Today, we will continue our lesson on soil. But before we continue, let's go into today's lesson, which is the properties of soil. Properties of soil. And by the end of the lesson, you should be able to mention the properties of sandy, clay, and loamy soil. Okay? And also, you should be able to state the uses of sandy, clay, and loamy soil. So, what are the properties of soil? And when we say properties, we mean what are the characteristics? What are the features? How can we describe these three types of soil? So we are going to look at their properties, okay? First, we are going to look at how each of these soils look like. Sandy soil. What is the color of a sandy soil? Sandy soil is brownish or light in color. Say that with me. Sandy soil is light. It is brownish in color. Good job. Clay soil. Clay soil is gray or red in color. Clay soil is gray or red in color. Loamy soil. Loamy soil is dark or it is black in color. It could be black or dark brown in color. Okay? And we have told you in our previous lesson that sandy soil can be found at the beach. You can find them at your playground in your schools. You can also find them even at the various football fields. Also, clay soil can be found at football fields, can be found on your playground. You can also find loamy soil at the farm, and you can also find them on your playground. So we have learned the different colors of these soils. So let's go into their texture. Okay, before we go to their texture, this is a pictorial evidence of the different types of soil. You can see sandy soil, it's brownish, clay soil, it's reddish, loamy soil, which is black. Okay? Beautiful. I know you are listening. So we are looking at texture, the texture of these three types of soil. Sandy soil. Sandy soil is coarse, meaning it is harsh and rough. When you touch it, it is very rough and harsh. So when you go to the beach or you're on the playground or on the field, just pick the sandy soil and touch it. You will notice that it is very harsh and rough. Okay? So sandy soil is harsh and rough. Okay? Clay soil. Clay soil is sticky when wet, meaning that when you touch it, when you add water to clay soil, it is sticky. It can be glued into your hands. But when it is dry, clay soil is smooth. Okay? And you must also note that clay soil has fine texture and you can use it to mold shapes. Beautiful. Loamy soil. Loamy soil is soft to touch. Loamy soil is soft to touch. And you can find it on your playground also or at the garden. And we use clay soil to plant. Okay? Beautiful. Particle size of these three types of soil. We want to look at how big or how large or how small that the particles of these soils are. Number one is sandy soil. Sandy soil has the largest particle size. Sandy soil has the largest particle size. While clay soil has the smallest particle size. Clay soil has the smallest particle size. Loamy soil is in between sandy and clay, meaning that loamy soil has the medium-sized particle. Loamy soil has medium particle size. So what soil has the largest particle? Sandy, good job. And what soil has the smallest particle size? Clay soil, beautiful, bravo, bravo. I like that you are following. Now let's go into uses of soil. What can we use clay soil to do? What can we use sandy soil to do? And what can we use loamy soil to do? Let's go. We use sandy soil to construct drainages. Remember, we said because sandy soil has a very large size, it is very easy for water to pass through it. So we use sandy soil to construct drainages. We also use sandy soil to make bricks and to build walls. The walls of your classroom, the fence of your house building is used. The fence of your house building was constructed by using sandy soil. Okay? And you must also note that it is a mason. What do I call it? Mason. A mason makes walls with sandy soil. Okay? A mason makes walls with sandy soil. So the best friend of a mason is sandy soil. By the time he mixes the sandy soil with some cement and water, he makes walls with sandy soil. So let's look at examples of drainages and walls that are constructed with the use of sandy soil. Can you see? These are drainages. Can you see? These are drainages. And this is a mason constructing walls with sandy soil. Okay? And look at this man. He is a mason and is making walls with sand. He's making walls with sand. Beautiful. Uses of clay soil. Clay soil is useful in making pots, your cooking pots, plates, different shapes, and also bricks. And who is that person that uses clay to mold shapes? He is called a potter. He is called what? A potter. A potter uses clay to form whatever shapes he likes. A potter uses clay to form whatever shapes he likes. So, the best soil for a potter is clay soil. Okay? Look at these different pictures. This is a potter, and look at the different shapes he has made with the use of clay. Look at clay pots made by a potter. Look at different shapes, animals made by a potter with the use of clay. Look at this woman. She's making pots with clay. And look at this picture very well. Have you seen this woman before? Do you want to tell me? You can find this picture at the back of a Naira note in Nigeria. You can find it at the back of 20 Naira notes. So go and check a 20 Naira note. You will find this potter at the back of the note making plates. And you can see this picture. This is a pot made by a potter with the use of clay soil. Beautiful. I hope you are listening well. Good job, you. Uses of loamy soil. Loamy soil is called the gardener's best friend. In fact, you can call it the farmer's best friend because he uses it for planting. I know you love food. All the food you eat are planted with the use of what? Clay, loamy soil. All the crops and food that we eat are planted with the use of loamy soil. Okay? So we use loamy soil also to plant crops and flowers. Rose, hibiscus, and all those beautiful flowers. They are being planted with the use of loamy soil. Beautiful. Look at the children here. They are playing on a loamy soil. And look at the gardener. He's planting with the use of loamy soil. Another gardener here is a planting season and is planting with the use of loamy soil. And look at this farmland. As you can see, it has been beautifully cleared and you can see loamy soil. And in due time, the crops will grow and they will be harvested. Okay? Look at the different crops that has been harvested. Different crops that have been harvested after they have been planted with the use of loamy soil. So loamy soil is very good and is the gardener's best friend. Now I want you to watch this short video on the 3 types of soil. I know you will enjoy the video. Please listen and watch with rapt attention. I will be back.
Sand, silt, and clay.
Sand, silt, and clay.
3 types of soil.
3 types of soil.
Where plants do grow.
Where plants do grow.
And worms do toil.
And worms do toil.
And then there's loam.
And then there's loam.
It's a mix of a 3.
It's a mix of a 3.
And if you ever turn into a plant, that's where you want to be. The sand is coarse.
The sand is coarse.
It's gritty and rough.
It's pretty and rough.
Water flows right through. That sandy stuff.
That sandy stuff.
And then there's loam.
Then there's loam.
doesn't drain,
Water doesn't drain.
cause it's hard to flow.
It's hard to know.
And then there's loam,
Then there's no.
it's a mix of the three.
The next of the three.
And if you ever turn into a plant, that's where you want to be. The silt is smooth,
The cell is smooth.
it's very fine,
It's very fine.
and nutrient rich,
And it's rich.
so plants don't mind.
The plants don't mind.
It's inside loam,
Inside low.
which is a mix of the three.
Which is a mix of the three.
And if you ever turn into a plant, that's where you want to be. Loam has some humus,
No man has some
that organic stuff
organic stuff.
that's decomposed.
That's decomposed.
Plants love this stuff.
Love this stuff.
The water goes in,
The water goes in.
plants grow freely.
Plants grow freely.
So if you ever turn into a plant, that's where you want to be.
Want to be. Wow. I hope you listen to the lyrics of that song and you have learned something from it. The song has told us the different types of soil, their description, and even what we can use some of the soil to do. Okay. In this class, I have told you about the properties of soil. I've told you their characteristics, their features. Sandy soil is light or brown. Clay soil is reddish in color. Loamy soil is black or dark brown in color. And we have told you there are different uses. I said you can use sandy soil to make bricks and also to construct drainages. You can use loamy soil to plant, and you can use clay soil to mold different shapes. A mason uses sandy soil to make walls. A potter uses clay soil to make pots, while a gardener or a farmer uses loamy soil to plant crops. I hope you have learned something today. Now it is your time to be assessed. Now do this. I want you to get your pen and paper and write down these questions. Number 1, that soil is brownish in color. Simple, right? That soil is brownish in color. Number 2, that soil is used for making drainages and bricks. That soil is used for making drainages and bricks. Number 3, that soil is sticky when wet and smooth when dry. I know you know the correct answer. Number 4, that soil is best for planting. What soil is best for planting? I know you know the answer. Number 5, a dash uses clay to mold shapes. A dash uses clay to mold shapes. You have just 40 seconds to do this, and your time starts now. Pupils, are the questions difficult? They are simple. Now let's have answers to these questions. Sandy soil is brownish in color. Beautiful, I know you got it. Sandy soil is used for making drainages and bricks. Take I5. You got it. Clay soil is sticky when wet and smooth when dry. Thumbs up. Good job. Number 4. Loamy soil is best for planting because loamy soil is the gardener's best friend. Beautiful. You got that one too. And the last question. A potter uses clay to mold shapes. A potter uses clay to mold shapes. Beautiful. Now, your assignment. Please get your pen and your paper and let's write. Are you ready? Let's go. Just one question. Who is a mason? Who is a mason? Wow. It is on this note that we will be calling it a day on general studies. I hope you enjoyed the class. I had a great time and I hope you learned something tangible from this class. Until next time that we will be seeing again, Uncle Sheyi says, be good. Bye-bye.
Wonderful.
Yep.
We have come to the end of another interesting, exciting, fun-packed educative section. Did you enjoy today's episode like we all did? If so, join us next lesson, same station. Please send your comments, your homework, and your questions to the number showing on the screen, 081-5086-5663. SMS and WhatsApp messages only. Do not call. I repeat, do not call. If you love your family and friends, you must stay safe for them and for you most especially. To stay safe for everyone you love,
Wash your hands regularly.
Practice social distancing.
if you must go out, I repeat, if you must go out, make sure you wear your
Face
Face
mask.
mask.
Till we come your way next lesson, remember at LASUBEB,
We
leave no child behind.
Dear pupils, parents, and guardians, let me start by thanking you for being a part of all our remote learning platforms, particularly our television program, The Classroom in Your Home. Each feedback has been awesome. Good job, you. Our teachers have been working assiduously to bridge the learning loss during this critical period. Therefore, I am pleased to inform you that the Classroom in Your Home has been extended to accommodate the lower primary classes and a dedicated lesson to cater for our special needs pupils in line with our mandate of providing an all-inclusive and quality basic education in our dear state. This program is fully sponsored by the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, and supported by the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board under the COVID-19 Blended Learning Intervention Initiative. Please encourage your wards to tune in and take every advantage of this laudable program. Also remember, this pandemic is not over. Let us continue to abide by all health and safety guidelines as stipulated by the government. At LASUBEB, we are determined to leave no child behind in our quest to improve the standard of basic education in our state. Thank you.